If you've ever heard about funded accounts and you've seen videos or received messages in regards to it, in this specific video, I want to talk about it and tell you whether they're good or not for Forex trading, a funded account. So I want you to actually pay attention to this video. If you have the intention to get a funded account, or if you don't know anything about a funded account and you want to leverage from someone else's money, instead of you putting $50,000, trade with someone else's money, then this video is for you. I want you to pay attention to it, and at the end of this video, make the right decision. So without further ado, let's dive right into the content. First of all, what is a funded account? A funded account basically is an account that a company gives you in exchange of being a good trader. The way it works is that they actually allow you to trade with their demo account for 1, 2, or 3 phases, like to test your skills. And once you actually go through them and you are profitable, they give you a real account money so you can trade for them. Now, the benefit of it is that let's say that you have $100,000 funded account and you make $20,000 in a month, you can withdraw the 20 grand and the companies take like around 20, 30, 25% of the profits and you get 75 to 80%. That means that you get $16,000 and they get the rest. But you didn't trade with your money. You trade with their money, which kind of takes your emotions away and allows you to build a bigger portfolio without using your real money. It will be pretty much like trading for a bank. You're gonna be using the bank's money. That's basically what it is. Now, one thing that you need to understand is that funded accounts have some rules. And today I'm gonna be using as an example the EA funded account because that's the one that I'm personally using at the moment. They do have some rules that you need to understand. For instance, it says they have different phases. Phase 1 and the first step of the evaluation process, traders must pay a fee for the trial account and must succeed here to advance to the risk assessment stage. This proves trading skills and disciplines in observing the rules. Now, what are the phase objectives? 8% of profit target. 8% of profit during the month and you're good. Maximum of 5% loss. Okay, daily floating loss versus plus closed positions. That basically means that if you enter a position for 10 lots and it goes in the opposite direction and it takes the 5% of your account, even though you haven't closed it yet, your account is completely shut down, okay? Because you actually missed the rule. The 8% of maximum initial deposit drawdown. That basically means that every day you got 5% to lose. I would never go to like 4.5 or something like that. 3-4% is fine. If you get there, just stop for the day. But during the entire month, you got an 8%. It basically means that if let's say in the first 3 days, you make 5% profit. And then the 4th day, you lose 2% of profit and you stop. That's okay. That doesn't affect your maximum initial deposit drawdown. But if you lose 5%, it doesn't matter if you've made 5% before in profit. If you lose 5% in one day and you break even in your account, you get banned, okay? Because you actually lost the daily maximum loss percentage, okay? And they usually give you 30 days. That's pretty much how this one actually works. Then the phase 2, it says, is the final step towards becoming a funded trader. Once you pass the stage and your results are verified, you'll be offered capital to trade with from our firm, okay? So you're gonna trade with their money. Then it says 5% profit target, which is good. Maximum of 5% daily loss. Again, the same. Maximum initial deposit drawdown is 8%. Minimum calendar days to trade is 1 and maximum is 60. So they give you 2 months to reach 5%. It's really, if you actually went through the first phase, you pretty much are good to go. And then the last step, it says funded trader, become a funded trader for EA funding, trade responsibly and receive 80% of your profits. Adhere to the max loss rules and trade at your own discretion. No profit target is required. So first of all, you get refunded for the initial payment that you made, which we're gonna go through right now. It's pretty much this, $228, $338. But you get refund for that. So no money spent whatsoever. It was pretty much like a loan. You gave the money, but then you're gonna get it back. You don't have any profit target, so you can make as much as you want to or as less as you can. Maximum 5% that continues, maximum 8%, and on the month, that's actually good. The same rules, and then withdraw 80% of your profits each 14 days calendars. First withdrawal eligible anytime after 8 calendar days. So if you are actually giving an account for $250,000. That's a lot of money. So if you make 10% increase after all the stages, of course, that's $25,000. You withdraw 80% of that, which I don't know, it's like around what, $19,000, and you had to pay only $988 to get it. Obviously, I'm focusing on the biggest account, but for instance, right now, I'm trading with this one, the 588, $100,000. I'm up $6,000, $1,700 below my target, and I go to phase 2. It's not bad at all. Once I actually go over the phase 2, I get a funded account for 100 grand. So if I make $10,000, $20,000, I can withdraw $16,000 every 14 days. Does that make sense? That's basically, those are like the rules of the funded accounts. Now, what are some pros and cons of having a funded account? Number one, I want to go with the pros. The pros is that you don't trade with your money. The cons is that, another pro is that it's cheap. I mean, $228 for a $25,000 account is cheap, because then if you turn it into 50 grand, you do the figures, right? You're going to make a lot of money if you pass the 2 phases, of course. So that's another pro. It's kind of cheap. And number 3 is that the actual targets and the drawdown rules and stuff is not really that bad. It actually helps you have a better money management skills. Why? Because if before you didn't care about burning your $100 account, your $500 account, now you do have to care. And not because you want to, but because you have to. That's amazing. Why? Because if before you used to just place a bunch of trades crazily, now you actually have to choose them very, very objectively. And if you apply the exact same rules that they're applying right here into your own trading account, you're gonna become a profitable trader no matter what. So I think in terms of discipline and experience, it works like a charm. Okay, that's a big pro. Now, if we actually go into the cons that I personally find, this is my personal opinion, is that you trade with MT4. I don't like MT4 like as my favorite platform, but I mean, still good. But you can't use, for instance, TradingView or CTrader or anything like that. You can use MT5 as well, but I use MT4. Can you? I'm not sure if you can use MT5, but MT4 is pretty much the same thing. Con number 2 that I actually see is that at the moment that you actually get to or purchase a funded account, you actually feel some sort of pressure, which is something that you don't have with your personal account, because you can avoid trading for 60 days and then come back after practice and start trading on your own. But this one, once you purchase it, you got 30 days. Doesn't matter if you're ready or not. So my recommendation to avoid this con is that you actually purchase it up until you're ready, okay? Once you're ready, then you can go ahead and purchase it. By the way, I'm putting the link to EA funding below in the description of this video in case you guys want to check them out. So that's a different con that I have. And I don't know, man. It feels like, honestly, it feels like you can, and by the way, another pro, you can get a free trial for $100,000 right here. It's a free trial. I believe that at the end of the day, the pros are way bigger than the cons, and the cons are easily fixable. So that's a big thumbs up on these funded accounts. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the pricing real quick. They offer 4 options as a beginner, an EA account. $228 and you get 25 grand. $338 and you get 50 grand. $588 and you get 100 grand. $988, you get 250 grand. All of these, and this is beautiful, all of these can be paid through Bitcoin as well. So that's beauty, because I don't like to put my credit card somewhere online anytime. So Is it trusted? Obviously, I'm using it, right? But yeah, you can pay through Bitcoin. Now, they do have this Elevate account for $888. This is not a refundable fee, but basically it's our supercharged priority trading account. Increase your account balance by $100,000 every month by achieving the profit objective. So basically what happens here is that you get like an option to trade, achieve the objectives, and then the account gets again upgraded to 100 grand more every single month. I'm not sure about the objectives, honestly. It says right here, pass our phase 2 evaluation, receive your funded account, withdraw 80% of any profit made on your funded account, scale your funded account balance by $100,000 each month by achieving the profit target of 16%. Okay, it's not a low profit. After successfully completing 3 stages of scaling, your profit shares increases to 90%. Okay, it's a sweet deal. Sweet deal, but I think, I don't know. I'll just go ahead and go with the EA funded account, normal as a beginner. But once you actually dominate this option, the funded account, and you feel like really confident, then you can go ahead and try the other one. I think I'm going to stick to these ones. I think they're fair enough. How can you avoid losing your account? And this is super important. By the way, I already lost one funded account with this company. I was trying 4 different strategies and I got emotional and I got excited, you know, because I actually purchased this one for $50,000. It was the 338. So I was like, I don't care about the 338. So I'm just gonna try to, I don't know, gamble here or something. So first tip is stick to one strategy, okay? One strategy. Look, if you actually notice the amount that you have to increase every month, it's 8%. 8% is not that much. So if you actually focus towards having 1% every single day, in 8 days, you're gonna actually have passed this phase. You have 1 month. You don't have to hurry or anything like that. But if you actually like risk more than needed, then you're gonna make some money and lose money. Make some money and lose money. Or worse, you can just lose money. Focus on 1% of increase every single day. 1% is good. If you notice right here, I made like, if I traded with 1%, which I recommend you to, I would have made like 2.6 and I made a 2.7, pretty much like a 5 point something percent, which is what happened here, $6,000. So you might have one of those good days. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to lose the 2 trades and I'm going to lose, I don't know, $1,000 each. That's fine. Then the next day, the point is that if you focus on one strategy and you follow it right, in about 2 weeks, you can pass this phase. But if you risk more, then you can afford to lose. If you risk more than 2% or even 3% on every trade, you're not gonna make it, okay? So be careful, all right? This is not a free account, you paid for it. So treat it as it is. It's a real account. Even though they give you a demo account so you can pass the tests, treat it as a real account because it is. It is your money. And last but not least, I do recommend you as well to, if you don't find a good entry during the day, don't trade during the day. Don't chase them. Don't force it. Okay. For instance, right here, I'm actually looking at Euro, GBP USD, and I don't see a clear entry on this pair. You know, I do see this resistance line right here. So if the price goes back up until this level, I'm going to enter one more trade. And this trade is going to be for, I don't know, easily can be for like 2.5, 2.4%. So I win the challenge or pass the phase. But if I don't actually have that entry, I'm not going to chase them. So try to actually focus on one strategy. For this specific challenge, I do recommend you to go with institutional trading. I just made a video, by the way, yesterday was posted, where I talked about how I won these trades right here that you're looking at. I recommend you to use those principles in order to make money with this specific challenge. So that's actually super important. So what's the conclusion on these funded accounts? Do I approve them? Do I think they're cool? Obviously I do, because I'm using it, because I think there's a great opportunity if you don't have that much capital to invest, or if you don't want to invest that much capital, but you know how to trade and you actually want to take your trading to the next level. I do think this is completely worth it. So it is a good opportunity if you have or you don't have money to invest, and it's a great opportunity to test your skills as a day trader and make a lot of money towards it with a very, very little risk, which would be around $500. So yes, the invitation is right there if in case you guys want to be part of it. Remember, if you want to see my entries, follow me on Instagram because I share them every day on my stories. Maybe you want to catch them there. But yeah, and also if you want to use the exact funded account that I'm using, I'm putting the link in the description of this video to EA Funding. And yes, it's an affiliate link in case you guys actually want to join. I might get a small commission. I don't even know how much is the commission, but you will help me as usual because I'm helping you with these videos. So thank you very much for watching this video. Smash the like to support this channel and help it with the algorithm of YouTube. Put in the comment section below in case you have any questions, and I'll see you on the next one.